Demonetization. Alright. We have done everything we can.
Yeah, they're starting to roll in.
Alright.
How are things going? Seems to be going all right for the time being.
No problem so far.
And that I can tell.
Alright, well then. Oh, there it is. We can actually see the chat now.
Well, there you go.
Hey, it worked. Hey, how's it going?
Oh, it doesn't show up on my screen, so hey, that's good. So you can see it.
Oh, you can't see it?
No, I can see the chat, but I can't see it on my screen.
Oh, yeah, okay, I got you.
So it doesn't like, oh, hey, Hannah.
Hannah's here. Hey, how you doing? Good to have everyone here. We're doing a few things differently. We tried to make a few edits, so hopefully we won't have the same problem as last night. For those who were not here last night, we had some major technical difficulties. We think we fixed it. Hannah provided a few ideas. We did some research of our own. We think that we figured it out. So we're going to try to go from there and just hope and pray that it all works out. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Okay, we're gonna pray, and as the title says, actually the title, "While We Breathe, We Believe." That's actually the South Carolina state motto. Well, not quite. The South Carolina state motto is "While we breathe, we hope." But I wanted to make it be a little bit more poetic. While we breathe, we believe. Believe, believe, believe. Oh, and someone asked in chat, what do we think of Wolong? I just started playing Wolong today. I only just got started, and I finished beating the first boss. Let me say this about it. Comparing it to Neo is both incredibly appropriate, but also incredibly not appropriate. On the one hand, it's incredibly like Neo because of the graphics, the art design, the style, the combat mechanics, all that. But in terms of gameplay, just holy damn. It is such a different beast altogether. It revolves so much around deflecting and like it feels like it punishes you almost. Like there are times where like, for example, in Neo, if you guarded, yes, you would lose some stamina from guarding, but it didn't prevent you from attacking next round. If you guard too much against enemies in this game though, it will prevent you from doing like spirit attacks and stuff, and it's like, but you need those to do damage.
Yep.
It's very messed up. What game is this? It sounds good. It's called Wolong Fallen Dynasty. It's basically like Neo, but Neo told the story of feudal Japan, and Neo told the story of William Adams coming to Japan during the Tokugawa Shogunate. Well, the rising of the Tokugawa Shogunate, really. And Neo 2 told the story of the Sengoku Jidai, of how Nobunaga rose to power, how he died, and how you defeat Toyotomi Hideyoshi. But in this one, it's not about Japan at all. It's about the end of the Han Dynasty and the rise of the Three Kingdoms period. And like I said, I beat the first boss. It took several tries and a lot of frustration, but we managed to do it. All right, Lork, so far so good. No problems?
So far, we're holding steady.
Okay, let's hope that it keeps going for us. Guys, if it drops out again, we're not going to try a second time tonight. This is our only try of the night. If it doesn't work this time, then clearly the issue is not going to go away on its own. Something has to change.
Or at least not this weekend.
Or at least not this weekend. Hey, Raven, what's your opinion on Vanos Gaming? Is he funny? I've never heard of Vanos Gaming. Like, I legitimately do not know who that is. So I can't answer that, really. I don't know who Vanos Gaming is to tell you.
I think it's Thunderstruck Lord Thunder.
Echo.
They're saying there's an echo there?
Is there?
Let's sing. At first I thought you said Thanos Gaming. Raven, what games do you prefer, melee fighters or shooters?
I prefer melee, really. Ooh, got him that time. I genuinely prefer melee games, really, because I've always been more of a medieval combat kind of person.
It's just... There's something about cleaving the man's skull with a nice axe. Hey, Raven and Mark, have you ever heard the story of Pablo Escobar? Or Pablo Escobar? Oh, you mean Cocaine Bear. Yeah.
Oh, Cocaine Bear? I know of it. I don't really care all that much. Yep. Like, I've heard about this movie coming out. I'm not really all that interested.
Yeah, I've heard it was funny, but it's taken from a real story. The bear didn't actually hurt anybody, but it did OD on coke, so...
Like, it just doesn't interest me. The movie looks like it doesn't know whether it wants to be a horror or a comedy.
It knows dang well it just wants to be a comedy, but a horror comedy.
I like games with a combination of both melee and shooting. I mean, I can get behind those. Oh, shoot.
Oh, dear. Did you hear they're making a Lord of the Rings anime? This is news to me. Are the Japanese making it, or are the Western studios just financing? Because if it's the Japanese, it might be good.
I'm not entirely sure, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
This conch is smart. He knows to dodge in the right times. Oh! Oh, we got him!
Good job, fellas.
Jedi Knight, oh god, how bad is it going to be? I don't know. Lord of the Rings anime? What?
Okay, the Japanese are making it.
Okay,
so.
Well, that's encouraging. That's encouraging.
I hope they respect the source material. I have more faith in them, though, than I have in most Western studios.
Isn't it sad that we have more faith in Japan making a Western making a Western adaptation?
Yeah.
How are you, Lark and Raven? We're okay.
We did all right.
$50 says Galadriel has huge donkas. I'm sure she will bleed MILF energy, okay?
Mm-hmm.
How did you choose which heroes to wrap up? Oh,
shit. Shut up and take my Monopoly money. All right.
This is revenge, can say, and it tastes so sweet.
Whereas revenge is a dish best served lukewarm with a side of mashed potatoes with a gravy a little thicker that gets stuck in your teeth.
Yes.
Galadriel, ara, no.
Ara, Galadriel. When she said to him, ara, Mr. Baggins.
Frodo just starts sweating nervously.
You know that moment when Galadriel kind of goes crazy? That moment, instead of a Dark Lord, you would have an MILF?
Oh, God.
Let me see if I can make this. I'm going to try. Ah! Yes! I did it! Do you think a Warhammer 40k movie would be better as a horror sci-fi action? I don't know.
It depends on on the story on. If it's a like a space marine, sci-fi action with a little bit of horror would work. If it's like a guard regiment, a bit of horror would help out too. But it could also be sci-fi.
Hey, Raven and Lark, what are your real names?
No.
No, you're not getting that out of us.
There's a reason why we have these names in the first place. And it adds to the production value too. Hey, Raven and Lark, who would win, Shaman or a Grizzly Bear?
Well... You shouldn't have done that.
I'm going to probably go with a Grizzly Bear because most calibers of bullets do not work on Grizzly Bear.
Oh, shoot! Ah, I killed two only for Kinsey to attack me from behind. In place of a Dark Lord, you shall have a MILF! Hey, Raven and Lark, Horkos or Chimera? I'm probably going with Chimera.
Draken says, I genuinely believe your names were actually Raven and Lark.
Yeah, our parents were really into birds.
Bird. This is like, so what would you like to name your Bird?
We're gonna name our entire family shall be named after birds.
So who do you choose to rep up?
How do I choose who to rep up? Literally, I just play everybody, and I try to keep them all kind of even, like somewhere around the same area, and then I just play them for fun. Like, it's not like I don't really like to main anyone. I like to get a feel for all the heroes, because I enjoy all of them. I don't really main anybody, so it's kind of like I just go, I feel like repping this person up today. And if all of my heroes are low rep, I just do orders until one gets close to high rep.
Raven and Orc are their names. Don't break the illusion. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
New idea for an... hey, Raven and Lark, have you ever heard of the canceled Halo movie from the early 2000s? If so, what do you think of the script? I have not heard of it, so I don't know the script.
I have heard of it. From what I've heard, the script was actually far closer to the original material than what we got from Paramount.
Is this really what this Black Prior's doing?
Get back here!
Okay, run away. I'll just take the zone. Okay, bye. Your cowardice does not please me.
For Honor should make either King Arthur, Lancelot, or Hattori Hanzo as heroes. I'm not sure they make them heroes, but they could make them skins.
Very smart conk, this one. He knew exactly what to wait for, so, hey, oh, he's a Rep 16 conk, that's why.
There you go.
Afira looks like she's gonna take him, though. Afira looks like she's gonna take him. Where'd the Black Prior go?
Maybe he had to go to Mass.
I don't know. Well, we've taken A, it looks like. I will always wish for a Spartan here in For Honor. I know everyone does, but I always ask the same question. How will you make their moveset unique?
Exactly. Coordinate all my bread and stall all my peasants.
Alright, guys, so far so good. Magi X Afira win. No. Afira and Black Prior, that's my thing. Raven, do you think an archer would work in For Honor? No. Guys, do you realize that one of the reasons I had to rework Shinobi was because people were sick of a ranged hero? Hey, Raven, do you have anything special for Easter in the Teespring store? I don't know, Hannah. Do we have anything special coming for Easter in the Teespring store? Because that's something we need to discuss, honey. Like, that's something we need to work on. I have a few ideas for what we could do for Easter, but we need to get to that point. Anyway, so Lark, so far so good?
Yeah, we're still in.
All right, awesome.
I'm about to be new. Any tips?
You're about to be like new to For Honor?
Yeah, I guess. Learn how to parry.
Learning timing is going to be very important. I would also recommend I wouldn't start with Assassins. Assassins, for the most part, require a high skill curve unless you're playing Berserker. Berserker's probably the easiest assassin to get the hang of. I also highly recommend learning cancellations. Like, know when to cancel an attack, know how to bait your opponent. That's the best I can say. Also, don't be afraid to just play the bots. You're going to run into some really good players out there. You're going to run into a lot of really strong players in every match that you go into. So sometimes it's good to just play against bots, not only because it'll be good stress relief for you, but also bots will usually be easier to beat unless they're bot 3s. Also, I would also recommend, learn each character's kit. You don't have to master each character, I'm not saying that. But if you understand each character's kit, it'll be easier to anticipate what your opponent's going to do. So that would be my advice. Anyway, they said there was an echo. Let's see if I can't fix that.
It really wasn't bothering me, so...
Well, I turned down the volume on my end to see if that fixed the issue.
Oh, they want to make a unique Spartan hero by giving him a plasma sword.
Oh, you mean a Halo Spartan? Nah, fam. Nah, fam, I don't see it. That'd be a funny, event, though.
Yeah.
Brock Melee, I'm late but here. Yay, glad to have you. I am so sorry, I'm so sorry for all the people who came in yesterday who had never been to a stream before and were like, hey, this is my first time on the stream, and then the stream just cut out on them. Who was that? If you were in chat today and yesterday was your first time catching a stream and we really disappointed you, please let us know so that we can apologize to you directly. Because I feel really bad that that happened. Like, that was kicking my butt all day yesterday after the stream. I was so upset. I was like, man, I really disappointed a lot of people, and I disappointed myself. So if you were one of those who got disappointed yesterday because the stream acted up, please let us know. Please let us know. And pray that that doesn't happen again tonight. We think that we've got it fixed. It seems to be working fine now, but hey, last night we managed to get through 2 matches as well before it messed up.
Yeah, well, we've already surpassed the length of the second stream. How would a Scythian Amazon warrior work in For Honor? Well, depends on what kind of weapon you want to give him.
There we go. No.
Fuck. He was trying so hard. Oh, bless his heart. Oh, no.
Man, that was... Guys, can we get an F in chat for that, Aramusha? He was doing a cheerleader routine. What even was that?
Rissa, bam, bam, bam.
Ooh, what was that?
They're all giving DFs. Well, Mustafa Nazir says, well, technically this is my first streams. Then also, hey, Raven. Well, hello there.
I didn't even mean to use his body as an... Oh, Armusha finally got me. Yeah.
He learned how to hit you this time.
I don't complain about For Honor, I like it, but I hate how the minions interrupt you when you execute. Yes, that is annoying,
yeah.
I'll grant that. I was literally, today when we were testing our fix for the stream, we went into a breach mode, and I think a minion interrupted like 4 or 5 of my execution attempts. Ain't no way that was a real person. He was a real person. Worst death of a Ronin since 1703.
You do realize we're gonna have to clip this for later, right?
Yes, that was so... I felt so bad for him. I was like...
He's trying so hard. Bring back the minion kill animations. Oh gosh, I do miss those.
I don't know what's more sad, that this Black Prior is light spamming me to death, or the fact that I let him do it. Be our Caspian get for our killing to the test. Tie a noose around your neck, Cherry, and weep, and gravity provides the rest. Ooh,
I like it.
Ooh, I'll work on that. I'm gonna workshop that. And YouTube just cut everything. Like, no, can't.
Yep. Gosh, what was the name of the guy that did the family-friendly news song?
I don't remember.
Oh gosh, right to care.
Can I do this? Can I do it? I did it. And he's dead.
And you fail.
And you fail.
Oh, some people are saying, yeah, we make our Knights Templars.
That's cool.
Hey, don't leave out the Teutons.
Hey, don't leave out the Hospitallers.
Or the Knights of St. John. Which are the same thing, but still.
I would love to see more knights that look like Hospitallers. I made one of my Warmonger builds a Hospitaller. Well, no, she's a Teutonic. Never mind, she's a Teutonic
Yep,
build.
the horns.
I need to build a Hospitaller at some point.
What class would Robin Hood be? Well, you'd think he'd be with the Knights, but he'd need a bow as one of his feats. If we ever got like a rapier hero, maybe we could get him in there.
Because people are still sending me comments about that Musha. Ooh. I keep falling for that. Come on.
Starscream would be a Black Prior. Really? The dev should have add a ranger character with a long bow and with a long sword and a bow. Intriguing.
Ooh, good parry. Got him!
Took us a second.
Took us a second. That was a smart Afira. That was a rough one.
Hey, Lork, have you ever thought of doing research on any of the factions from Archie Sonic? Lemon, I'm not gonna lie, I have never heard of Archie Sonic until you brought it up yesterday. So.
Oh my god, that's a Ranma image. Ethan, you got a Ranma image? I love Ranma. Dude, Ranma was one of the first anime I ever saw when I knew what anime was. I love Ranma. Mad respect for having that. Mad respect.
I hope you know so what it wasn't just to go, oh, that looks funny.
I know someone's gonna go like, the hell's Ranma?
Oh, we have a story for you.
Like, Ranma was one of the first anime I saw when I knew what anime was. I love Ranma.
I think our first one was Pokemon. Armusha, why won't you die? Meat shield, son. Ethan gets it. Manga Ranma is better. Okay, Hannah, we see you. Hey, any advice for someone trying to make content on YouTube, vids for Honor? Want some tips? Only made one video so far, but I want it to be a content maker kind of like y'all.
Isn't Ranma a god in Smite? I don't think so. But what was the question again? I'm sorry.
Advice on becoming a For Honor content creator.
Okay, so when I became a For Honor content creator, my goal was to create something that I wasn't seeing. Before I was a For Honor content creator, all the content that was being made for Honor was very negative. Lots of people basically saying, it's bad, no one play, it's dead, it's a dead game, I quit, it's so bad, it's unbalanced. But I love the game. I love the history. I love the history behind it. I love the ideas of it. I love the combat of it. I really liked it. So I said, you know what? I'm going to make content that I don't see anyone else making. I'm going to focus on an aspect of the game that I love, and I'm going to make content on it. It doesn't matter that I'm bad at the game. It doesn't matter that I'm not as good as everyone else or that I'm not competitive. I know something about the game and enjoy something about the game that very few people seem to. So I'm going to contribute that. And so that was my goal. That's what I wanted to add to the game. And so if you're going to be a For Honor content creator, what I would say is do the same thing. Pick something about the game that you adore. Maybe it's a character that you play. Maybe it's the history. Maybe it's an aspect like deflecting or parrying or executions or emotes or signatures. Maybe there's something about the game that you adore and you want to draw attention to. Start there. I can't say you'll be popular. I can't say you'll get as big as me because I didn't expect to get as big as this. I was not expecting this. Like, no joke. I am still stunned that I've gotten to the point that I have. But, the way I look at it is, if I make something, I want to at least know that I will enjoy it, you know? I want to make sure that if I make something, it's something that I will adore.
Let's see. Yeshua's King asks, how would y'all respond to supposed contradictions in the Bible?
First I need to know which contradictions we're talking about.
Yeah.
Because lots of people have pointed out supposed contradictions, only for me to find out later that
they aren't really
contradictions.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like, there's someone who's like, there's like 1,000 contradictions in the Bible, and then I actually know a guy who got he was a Christian and he got his atheist buddy, and they worked through them together. And it's like only 4 or 5 of them were actually of any real challenge. But the rest of them were just kind of like, once you get it in context, it really makes perfect sense.
Oh, by the way, did anyone tell us that? Did anyone tell us that they knew what Ranma was?
Yeah, they knew. Some were saying like it was the first manga they read.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, if anyone doesn't know what Ranma is, ask us. We'll explain. But it seems most of y'all know.
Yeah, well, actually, when they found out that the same writer did Inuyasha, it blew their mind.
Yeah, same person. Actually, I forget her name. What's her name? I forget. I'll look it up later.
Well, last Skylander, putting the History Channel to shame isn't exactly hard to do.
Nah, it's not an easy thing anymore. Raven, are you planning on doing history videos on the weapons in For Honor? I don't know why I would, because usually what happens is I end up talking about the weapons in my Heroes in History videos. So, not a lot of point in that.
What's Ranma? Oh, dear.
What's Ranma? Okay, so,
Are you ready to hear about the anime protagonist that has arguably...
Hold on, let me go look it up. I think it's Rumiko Takahashi, but let me double check. Yes, Rumiko Takahashi. Okay, so... Ranma 1/2 is considered by many the first truly comedy martial arts anime created. The story follows a young man by the name of Ranma Saotome. Ranma Saotome is a boy of about, I'd say, 15 or 16 years old, and he has just arrived back from Japan after a trip to China. He's a master martial artist who trained under his father in the Anything Goes School of Martial Arts. And he has found out upon his arrival home that he is actually engaged to be wed to a girl he's never met before in a prearranged marriage plan between his father and his father's friend, Son Tendo. And once he marries this girl, he and this girl will inherit the dojo and continue on the tradition of Anything Goes School of Martial Arts. There's a problem, though. First of all, besides the fact that Ranma doesn't know this girl and doesn't want to marry her, and she doesn't want to marry him because she hates boys, for another reason we'll get into later. But Ranma has a curse that was laid on him. He and his father went to a training ground of cursed springs called Jusenkyo in China, where each spring has its own unique curse. If you fall into any of the springs, you will assume the form of something
that drowned in the pool.
That drowned in the pool hundreds of years ago. Ranma's father, for example, fell in the spring of drowned panda. Now, whenever he's splashed by cold water, he turns into a panda. Only warm water turns him back into a man. Ranma fell into the spring of drowned girl, so whenever he gets splashed by cold water, he turns into a girl, and warm water turns him back. Now, Ranma wants to go back to China and cure himself, but his father doesn't want to wait any longer to go ahead and push the Anything Goes School any further. He wants to continue that legacy, and he wants to get it done now. So Ranma's whole story is him trying to find ways to get himself cured, or to avoid at least embarrassment with his curse. Also try to learn to love this girl who hates his guts. And she has to learn to like him, even though she has her own prejudice against men. Because for some reason, this frickin' tsundere, because that's what Akane Tendo is, she's a tsundere, she hates men because at school, all the guys really want to date her for some reason.
Why? We don't.
So there's nothing likable about her. She's very unlikable. And all the while, Ranma, guys who encounter Ranma hate him, but when they encounter his girl form, they for some reason fall in love with his girl form. Same thing with Akane. Guys fall in love with her, and Ranma competes with them. It turns into a huge comedy of errors, and a lot of it is really, really funny. But yes, it was created before Inuyasha, and many have argued that it was the predecessor to Inuyasha in terms of ideas. In fact, the voice of Inuyasha, the English dub voice of Inuyasha, would go on to do the English dub voice of Ranma too in later seasons. So very much enjoy that.
Yes, and is it? Ain't that turning that into an anime? It's been an anime since like the 80s.
It's an anime. It's like a very old anime.
Yep.
Hey Ravenlord, if you could add a here for me, movie or game, who would you add? Shoot, this bot's smart. And why do we keep ending up in this map?
I don't know. You were on Riverford earlier today.
It's weird. I'm going back to 80.
What class would Yasuke the Black Samurai be as? Probably Orochi, if I had to guess.
Probably either an Orochi or a Shugoki. How is Raven able to read chat? Oh, interesting point. You can't see it on your screen, but I found a way for the PS5 to show me my chat as it pops up. It doesn't show the full message if it's too long, but I can read some of them.
Yep, and so this way he can keep an eye on chat, and it doesn't block the screen, so you guys don't lose any enjoyment.
But the nice thing is I have Lark here to help read longer messages that don't show up here. Hey Raven, I've just finished rewatching your sermon video for the 17th time, and I didn't finish it.
And I am now convinced that you and Luton09 should team up to make scripts. Make his scripts less of a monotone podcast to fall asleep to. As someone who really likes Luton's work, yeah, I agree that is a thing he has to work on.
Luton does drone on, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's one of the things. Like, if you want an in-depth video that will cover the lore, Luton's your man. If you want to just get it done quickly, go to Major Kill. Hey Raven, we passed the time frame for the first video. Yay!
Yeah, it looks like things are going well.
YouTube just goes, going well? Shut it down! Oh, by the way, I should have brought this up earlier, but I was kind of distracted. That one mime dropped $5 earlier.
$5? Appreciate that, man.
For last night's issues, we appreciate you and your dedication to the fans. Sorry for the delay there, that one, mate.
I'll be real honest. Lark and I were talking about if we try to stream again tonight and we get the same issue, what are we going to do? Because here's the reality. I still want to stream for you guys. I really do. But the problem we have is I'd say 47% of my monthly revenue comes from streams. I make a lot of money off of streams. If I can no longer stream for you guys on YouTube, that's going to cut a lot of my funding. Now, obviously, I could go to something else. Like I could go to
Twitch.
I could go to Twitch. I could do it on Discord, regardless. But I wouldn't make any money off of those. So it's a matter of if I can't make money off of it, then that's going to hurt, you know? And so I would need to spend more time on my jobs. Crap.
Still alive.
No, I thought I was dead, so I broke but anyway. So yeah, like, genuinely, I was wondering what we were going to do. I was thinking that if we can no longer stream anymore, I'll have to backtrack off of YouTube to work on other stuff. Or I would just go to Twitch and beg you guys on bended knee, please come and support me on Twitch so they can make me a Twitch partner and I can still make money. I didn't know what I was going to do. Anyway, Raven, hear me out. Dorn versus Perturabo is not as good as Gilliman versus Lorgar. Oh, I disagree with that. Gilliman versus Lorgar, I couldn't care less about. Corvus Corax versus Lorgar. Now that we're talking about. Hey, Raven, who do you think will win the war between Horcrux or Chimera? I kind of want Horcrux to win. If Horcrux wins, we know that we've got more conflict coming.
Honestly, the American viewing public.
True enough. How am I doing, by the way? I got 3 kills. That's not too bad.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! And that Black Prior that we've been fighting, he likes to light spam, so let's see if we can take advantage
Guys
of that.
Draken says, I really would not recommend Twitch. Their priorities and management are absolutely stupid, especially looking at current events. Alright, well, it was just like, if YouTube can't work, if that's why we stream on YouTube predominantly, and we've never even touched Twitch, really. The only time we touched Twitch was when we were doing the Matt CMG responses. Gosh, it was so long ago now.
I had forgotten all about that.
Yes, I'm here to remind you of your darkest moments.
Can't focus on the chat. What's it saying?
Saying, hey Raven Knight, thoughts on the MK12 announcement? Also, if
MK12? Oh, you mean Mortal Kombat 12? Let it go, guys.
No. Let me tell you what's going to happen. Reptile dies. In a humiliating way. I already know. It's going to happen. There.
I don't care. Mortal Kombat was never really my game to begin with. I only tried Mortal Kombat 11 because I'd heard people tell me it was good, so I just tried it. It's not my thing. It's just not my thing.
You liked the dragon people?
Yeah, I liked the 4-armed lady person. I liked her. She was kind of cool. But because that's a creative way to show a warrior. But
reminds me of 4 Arms from Ben 10. But yeah, if Mortal Kombat and For Honor did a crossover and you could pick 2 heroes to be playable characters in Mortal Kombat 12, which would you pick? Oh, okay. So if you could send any For Honor characters into the Mortal Kombat universe to fight, which one would you pick? Honestly, I feel like Apollyon would have to be sent over.
Oh crap! The blood got him. Yes. I'm gonna go heal.
Corners, please.
The blood got corners, please. Anyway, who would I add? Shaolin, probably. Shaolin would probably be the best one to add to Mortal Kombat. That would be my choice.
Death says, yo, Lark and Raven, I'm currently ranking up Centurion because why not? Fair enough. Also, Lark, tell Raven. Okay, so here, this is directly to you.
Okay.
If I hear him say he's bad at For Honor again, I swear to God. Don't swear to God, not a good idea. Swear to me. No,
so you don't want me to say that I'm bad at For Honor?
Don't say it.
But I thought that I should.
About to go until I get just like the Scottish play.
The Scottish play.
So
you mean Macbeth? Ah! Anything but the Scottish play.
Macbeth.
I'd only pick up Mortal Kombat 11 solely because I love Keith David and his Spawn voices. Yes, he has got a great voice.
Oh yeah, and so does one-liners. Yeah, and it's also, that's another thing they had going for them. They kept on pulling really good things. Like they got Rambo in there, they got the Terminator. So yeah, they were doing pretty well. But yeah, Mal, I agree. I'd add Warmonger.
Yeah, that's true.
What faction would Batman join?
He's his own faction.
He would refuse to join all of them because, like, why are you killing? War.
I don't kill.
That's great, we do.
I love those Blackadder references.
Indeed. That was probably my favorite scene. It was like what we see? Macbeth? No, I believe it was Julius Caesar. Ah, you're right. So not Macbeth.
Ah! What a great video. I love that. It's so funny. All right. Well, what order do I have still? I'm still going to do 1 more match as a knight. Okay. How do you think your 7 will go? I'm very curious because it looks like they're wrapping up the Horkos Chimera War. I'm very interested to see what they're going to do.
Yeshua's King Eskiel's thoughts on David Wood.
Okay, so David Wood, I really like his intelligence, and I really enjoy some of the stuff he adds because he's clearly a very intelligent person. I do think sometimes he can be a little bit too abrasive.
But
I know why.
His condition.
No, I know why. He's psychopathic. He literally cannot feel emotions the way we do.
Which has been a benefit.
Well, it helps him because he doesn't shrink back. Unlike some people who would go, "Oh man, everyone's getting so upset. I'm sorry." No, he just says, "No, I don't care. Be upset," because sometimes you've got to be a bit upset. Sometimes it pays to be a bit offended. So I admire him for that. I sometimes think he can go a bit too far, but for the most part, I enjoy him.
Yeah.
3 gladiators and a Magi.
If he's a little too spicy for you, you can also try someone like Inspiring Philosophy or What Do You Mean?
Have you or Lark read Berserk? No, I have not.
I watched like most of the original Berserk. Does that count?
I don't know anything about it.
It's Depression the anime, I believe.
Depression the anime.
I'm sorry, not Depression. Grimdark the anime.
Can we get Sun Wukong in For Honor? That'd be a cool skin.
Yeah, definitely for Shaolin. That'd be a baller skin. The Toe Stab Army.
Arkham Knight, where you shoot enemies with a 20mm cannon from the Batmobile. Nah, he doesn't kill. What do you think is in store for it? I've already said I don't know. I really don't know.
Look into the orb. Look into the sphere.
They said there's going to be. They said there's going to be 2 heroes that come out. There's going to be probably some more hero skins. I expect more updates to character movement. I really like more maps, but I don't know if they're going to do that. My best guess is they'll probably add an Aztec hero. That's my guess. The manga is an unfinished masterpiece. Oh, you must be Berserk.
Yeah.
I thought you were still talking Ranma. Ranma.
Speaking of him, I saw a video that has a bunch of fan voices from the various Primarchs, but I can and cannot see Peter Cullen's Optimus Prime as Corvus Corax and Keith David's Spawn as Conrad Kurz. Huh. Yeah, maybe we do need to do our own video of our headcanon voices for the Primarchs and Chaos Gods.
Oh, my brother Centurion, how could you do this?
You captured Zone A.
That was mean, bro. Hot take, Lorgar is underrated. He beat Argonath in the warp, making them more powerful.
Yeah,
Isn't he currently hiding in his tower from an angry Raven monster? Raven, would you be alright if I were to join you in Breach later on? I'm worried that right now we're just hoping that this all holds together.
So we're not going to risk anything right now. Hey Lark, will you do a Lark's Lamentations on the Brotherhood of the Metallic from the Fleetway Sonic comics? It would be very far down the list. Like I posted on Discord a few times that I have an actual list of topics I'm going to cover. Thing is, there's a lot of stuff that I would like to do, and there's a lot of stuff that people recommend to me that I would not necessarily want to say no, but the thing is, I would have to do a lot of research. Like, a lot of the stuff with Fallout and Skyrim, I already knew a good deal about, so I wasn't starting from zero on the research process. But doing something like I've never heard before until this Red Hot Second, that would take a hot minute. Not an impossibility, just don't hold your breath. And Dr. Calibrations just dropped $5 saying, Berserk is dark fantasy. It's certainly dark, but it's more about hope and struggle even when tomorrow isn't promised. Great read. Amazing art. The art is really good. And thank you for the super chat.
Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Who is Edgar Goblin Slayer or G?
Guts.
Or Guts?
Guts. Definitely.
Guts. Guts is edgier.
I mean...
I think a samurai with dual Sai would be cool. I guess. I don't consider Sai that deadly. Hey Raven, what do you think of the Iki Island DLC for Ghost of Tsushima? I honestly haven't gotten that far in Ghost of Tsushima. Like, I've beaten the main game. I have not gotten to the Iki Islands. I'm sorry, I've had other things to do.
I feel like, though, more onto a Sai part, I feel like a dual-wielding Sai guy would be very similar to PK.
Probably.
Maybe they could have a trap attack, like our dear Wulin friend, Nushia. I don't know why I couldn't remember. Autobots or Decepticons? The Adeptus Mechanicus.
The Adeptus Mechanicus is always the better one.
Yeah. You don't think sais are deadly, so no nunchucks then. No. We just have the same response to nunchucks as Shad does. Although I like inspiring philosophy's work, I don't agree with him on Old Earth creation. Yeah, I don't agree with him on everything.
No, I don't agree with inspiring philosophy.
I think he does a good job responding to people online, but I don't agree with all of his takes. But he is an interesting person to listen to.
Yep. Looks like the Magi and Gladiator are going to hang out in C and just guard it. I can't go back there without a backup, so I'm not going to do that.
Have you ever played Warframe?
No.
Briefly.
I tried it, didn't like it.
It was just... It was a thing. It didn't help that I was playing on my old laptop back then, and it was...
What about a Wakizashi hero? No, I don't see it.
Nah.
What else?
A Tonto hero. Get it real short. A butter knife hero. British compliant.
Alright, looks like a Savage Blunt is heading over there. I'm gonna go back him up.
What if Lark does a video on the Great War and Fallout was successfully averted? Possibly I could look into that. That'd go into the more what if, which I'm not opposed to going into. But it wouldn't be so much as a lamentation. Do you think there'll be a Rainbow Six Siege stream again?
Probably.
We don't see why not. Yeah, no, I doubt that we'd get a Napoleonic hero. It's that would be too much of a gap. Like, we'd be lucky to get a Renaissance hero.
Well, I tried my best. I didn't do well that one.
Swiss Army Knife hero next. Hey, Raven and Lark, what is your favorite One Piece moment?
My favorite One Piece moment is when One Piece fucking punches St. Charlos right in the face.
Just,
Nothing is more cathartic than that moment. I just, that moment.
You captured Zone C.
That is one of the best moments in anime right there.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, Tarkus, we would love a Warhammer event. Like, we have a whole, like, we have For Honor and Glory, so, heck, we wrote a script for them to follow if they wanted to do a Warhammer event. Would they, though? I don't know. Because Games Workshop is very protective about its IP, and is also prone to stupid decisions. But Ubisoft is also prone to stupid decisions. So there could be a bit of overlap. What is... Desiree Church just dropped $5 saying, thank you for your input and tips. I will keep them in mind for future videos. Also, it ended in the same game as an enemy. Sorry, but I won't hold back. Nor will we expect you to.
I wouldn't ask you to. I almost got that Glad. He plays a bit well for a Rep 1, and he also hasn't gone off the default armor, so I'm willing to bet a Smurf there.
Smurf McGurf.
Anyway, what else?
I left the stream for 7 minutes, and the first thing I hear is something about someone getting punched in the face. Yeah, we're talking about One Piece.
Yeah, we were talking One Piece. How do you feel about an Alien vs. Predator event? I don't like it. I think that's dumb.
It is kind of silly. Unless they did it sort of like the Ezio Cesare.
Well, then that defeats the purpose.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, I just really want the Ezio and Cesare event back. Because that was a good game mode. I liked it. Honestly, what I think they should do, since they have so many game modes to use, like they should have like one option that's like a event roulette, where you jump in and they throw you into some of the game modes from the past. Oh, Slanderous! On the topic of One Piece, what's your favorite flashback?
Like, you mean like a backstory flashback?
Or I guess character flashback?
Ah, dang it, Glad. Anyway, probably, Robin's definitely was great, but Brooks is a close second. Robin and Brooks' backstory flashbacks were probably the best. Like, I teared up when I watched Robin's. I genuinely did. I was heartbroken at her story.
Yeah, Robin's do be hidden different.
Robin definitely has one of the saddest backstories.
Also, Frankie. I felt for my boy. It's just like going to try and stop a train with his body and then rebuilds himself. Mad lad. Hey Lark, would you ever do a Lamentations on Organization 13 and how their plan is stupid and won't work? Oh gosh, that would require me to play like 3 separate games. Maybe. Like, I will only agree to play Kingdom Hearts 2. I'm not playing I'm not going back to like 312 days and a half, or the one where it's like, hey, you know how the first game was kind of difficult to a certain degree? Yeah, play with cards.
Play with cards.
I want to know what they were smoking to think that was a good game idea. So we do Kingdom Hearts. It's a complete redo of the first game, but instead of buttons and attacks like that, you use cards.
I think that Kingdom Hearts needs to go the way of the dodo already.
Yeah. I mean, I do have fond memories of it, but at the same time, it's kind of like, what the fudge? I'm playing Ghost Recon right now and watching your For Honor stream. A hat has my life. What has my life become?
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a sec. There we go.
I like to think when he gets up close, he goes, "It was a dream that was Rome."
Just whisper that was Rome.
Chain of Memories was originally on Game Boy, so they shouldn't have remade it for PS2. Yeah, I guess, but oh gosh. But yeah, I suppose I could dive into Disorganization 13.
The bleed killed him.
Hey Raven, what the hell is a Smurf, and why does everybody keep saying their species' name? You may want to explain the dichotomy of a Smurf.
A Smurf is a person who has played the game on another platform or console and has decided to purchase another platform or console and replay the game, but trick people into thinking that they're actually a newbie when in reality they're really good. And we win.
Victory for the righteous. Oh, help him out.
Yep, help it up. Ah!
Right, don't cut out a bro being a bro.
Winsent gets him with the dagger. He actually whispers, "We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty."
I like it. Jedi Knight, nice try, Gargamel.
Nice try, Gargamel.
I don't know.
Snaps.
I don't know why I thought of that in like when you use the devil's arithmetic, you always come. When you use the devil's measurements, you always come up short. It was like a Team 4-star thing where they have like super American guy fight super Australian guy.
Raven, I'm just saying, I know you try to stay humble, but I know you're the best For Honor YouTuber. I appreciate that. I give something different to For Honor than other people do. I don't know if that makes me better or worse, but I'm glad that you think I'm the best. I really am. I wish that I was a better player at the game, but I'm glad that you enjoy my work. Hey, Raven, what would happen if Jedi and Sith were suddenly real? Many of us would be dead.
I'd also... they would figure out the fear of buckshot.
Yep. You know what? I haven't gone Shinobi in a long time. Let's go Shinobi.
Okay, to please Hannah, to the list I have added Organization 13.
Hey!
I might need your help with that.
Oh dear Lord, I've looked this up. Smurfs are actually French. No wonder I never got into that.
I thought they were from Belgium.
I didn't know that. Raven, you're definitely the most different For Honor YouTuber that I have ever come across as a... I don't know what I said.
I have come across as of late.
Ah, well, I appreciate that. Thank you. God hates France. Didn't always. Hey, Raven and Lark, what do you think about the new movie trailer of The Pope's Exorcist? Oh, that movie. I never really liked Exorcist style movies.
The thing is, I saw it and Russell Crowe was basically saying how he was trying to base it off of historical events, and like, I've heard actual interviews with real life exorcists, so I'm just like, are you going to go for what they actually say, or are you gonna Hollywood it up? Let's just be real. Please read my comment on why the Lorgar is... why I like Lorgar up above. I like my opinion heard, and we'll take criticism. Okay, let me see if I can find it.
Hey Raven, do you read the text by the daily orders? Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do. Where should I start learning about Chinese mythology? Avatar: The Last Airbender and this new game got me hooked. I would just do some basic research. Like, there are plenty of books out there you could look into. Hey Raven, what would happen if the Spartan hero looked like Kratos?
He would look like
He would look like Kratos.
That is...
What? I don't know what you want me to say there. There is a difference between being good and being a pro. You're really good, which is better. I appreciate that. Thank you, Pumpkin Eclipse. That means a lot.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
When a movie is based off of historical events, you know it's all BS. Not all of it. There have been some that were somewhat close. Like, there was one called Stand and Serve, I think it was called, or something like that. I forget what it was called. Hold on.
Okay, let's see. Drac and I can't scroll back up far enough to see that. If you could put it back in and at me so I can actually find it this time. Not your fault to just scroll too far up that I can't go back to.
There was one historical movie that I... Stand and Deliver. Stand and Deliver. It was a movie about a calculus teacher who saved his school.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yeah, that one was, according to what I researched, it was pretty close to accurate. In fact, the person that it was based on said it was about 80% accurate with a few things that weren't true. Like, for example, in the movie, he suffered from a heart attack, and he said, actually, I never had a heart attack. It was actually an inflamed gallbladder.
But that might be hard to explain to the audience, so...
Yeah, plus it's not nearly as dangerous.
Yeah, but typically like the go-to, like a historical sort of movie that the people like to point to is Master and Commander, which is pretty good. Gettysburg is also fairly, there's a few inaccuracies, but that's typically pretty good. Tora. Well, the others that I can think of off the top of my head.
Stay away from Raider, stay away from Raider, stay away from Raider. Alright, now I can attack him.
National Treasure is a documentary purely based on real events that Nick Cage was involved in.
Crap.
Sure, why not?
Crap. I was not able to... the emote spam. Okay. Okay, I get it.
We need Raven and Lark and For Honor as themselves.
I don't even know how that would work.
Just have one minion just running away.
I hope For Honor will give more love to the Wulin in year 7. I hope so, too.
Or just in general.
Hey, Raven, what do you think about hidden figures? They're hidden.
I prefer my figures to be,
I prefer them seen, really.
I don't know what you're referring to. That's why we make that joke. Raven would be a giant in For Honor. Okay. Hey Raven, have you seen the Mummy 2 movie? It has a fan axe that Medjay uses in it. Yes, we actually did see that.
I did see that. I even saw the scene. Yep. Get him, Shaolin, get him. There you go. Shaolin with the kill.
Everyone knows the Da Vinci. Yeah, no, I'm not even going to entertain that one. We need a Greek or Native American. You could argue gladiators technically could be Greek because...
Okay, so Draken finally sent his name out, Lorgar.
Oh, yeah.
Read it.
Okay, so it isn't obvious... If it isn't obvious, I like Lorgar. His archetype of the corrupt zealot is interesting, but he's original as he isn't a fighter Primarch who fights. He's evil and vindictive and cunning, I believe is what you were going for there. Yeah, well, there could be two that I would just like to see more from him.
Like, well, he may be interesting. It doesn't mean he's best. Because a lot of the Primarchs are interesting.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I sympathize with Lorgar a great deal, because I'm not a fan of, like, you know, the burning of, like, his home planet. I'm really... But it's kind of out of left field there, Yeshua, but was the South racist? You're going to find racist people anywhere you go. But do you mean back in the day? Yes, everywhere in the United States back in the day was kind of racist. What did you use for the female voice in your recent For Honor and Glory chapter?
All right, I'll spoil it. It was an AI voice synthesizer. There, I spoiled it.
Unless we have any ladies out there that want to volunteer.
And answer the question, is the South racist? Like, I'll give my own answer to that. Yes, but everywhere was racist. Like, do you really think that just because in the North there weren't as many slaves that they weren't racist themselves? Slavery does not equate to, oh, we don't own slaves. It just equates to, oh, shoot.
Yeah, I mean, just like, for example, like the first segregation laws on the book were in California, and it was against Chinese immigrants, So yeah, anywhere in the U.S. you could find some racists. Actually, at that point in time, anywhere in the world.
Ah, the light got me. Dang it. I thought I had him too. Was slavery the reason the Civil War was fought? That was a part of it.
Definitely a chief reason.
That was a part of it, but not the only reason.
There was a, like, It was a whole lot of things that went into it, but slavery was definitely a huge chunk.
Slavery was a large part of it, not the only part of it. If you really want to put it down to something, I would put it down to the issue of states' rights. That's what I would really put it down to, because slavery was an aspect to that.
Slavery was a core aspect to that, and the thing is, it depended on who you asked. Like, if you asked Alexander Stephens, yes, slavery was it, because Alexander Stephens, being the VP Confederate, the Confederate VP, yeah, so it's just not a pretty picture.
Crap! I got destroyed.
Oh yeah, Oregon was founded as an ethno state. Yeah, I heard about that recently too.
I got destroyed there by that Black Prior. What the hell? Oh well. I've never been good at Shinobi anyway, so probably not a good idea to play him.
Yeah, Grant was pretty cool.
Raven, would you be part of the Outlander as a samurai knight? I don't know.
Maybe I would. The only reason why the Revolutionary Wars happened because the Americans hate the tea. The British take that personally.
That would actually be a very funny reason.
Just like, they did what to the tea? Okay,
all right,
go on.
This time I'm ready for him.
What is the AI voice program you used?
Elven Labs.
Yeah, okay, so what are your thoughts on Elizabeth I, the Virgin Queen, and her reign since it's called the Golden Age? There is very much a reason why the Elizabethan era is named the Elizabethan era. She was an effective monarch. On the topic of historical movies, Saving Private Ryan, evidently one of the most accurate depictions of D-Day. Again, the opening scene, not the rest of the movie. Yeah, the opening scene of Saving Private Ryan was very good. In fact, they had D-Day veterans watching it, and they had to step out because they were getting flashbacks.
Yeah, Saving Private Ryan was a little gritty, man.
Yeah, but honestly, I think the better is Band of Brothers. Just because since they have a longer runtime being a miniseries, they can go into more detail, and just like the care they took was very good, except for one large mistake they made. How would you feel about a Dark Souls event?
Crap.
He's a little bit
Crap.
Dang it.
Crap. Got me with a light. Oh well, do continue.
I only heard recently that Saving Private Ryan had a part where a bunch of Czech conscripts got slaughtered by Americans because they couldn't tell they were German. Pretty brutal. Yep.
Yep. Hey, Raven and Lord, have you seen Braveheart? Yeah, we've seen it. We like it too. We know it's not historically accurate, but we
no. Listen, if Mel Gibson is making a historical movie, odds are it's not that historically accurate. Have you guys watched the new All Quiet on the Western Front? No. I probably need to, though, because it looks pretty good. I remember watching, like, the old version of All Quiet on the Western Front. I liked that.
He's dead.
Have you seen Dragonheart, though? No,
I haven't seen that. I have not seen Dragonheart. Alright, I'm going to heal up. I didn't do as well this match. I got 5 kills, but that's not great. Mel Gibson Highlander skin win. I have no idea. Maybe after they give us a female Highlander. Ooh.
Hey Raven, who would win in a fight, Kratos or all the heroes of For Honor? Depends on what era of Kratos.
I don't know which era of Kratos we're talking about, and that's not a fair comparison since Kratos is a literal god.
Yep. Have y'all seen Left Behind?
No, but I've read the books.
Would y'all want an Apollyon story expansion where you could play as a younger version of her and see?
That'd be cool. Yes, that'd be awesome. So would female Highlander wear pants?
No.
No.
How dare you insinuate such things?
How dare you even suggest that they would do that?
DVD Knight versus Apollyon. Who wins?
Apollyon.
Yeah, I'm going Apollyon.
I'm gonna go Apollyon on that one.
Nope, still haven't seen Vinland Saga.
I have not seen Vinland Saga. Nope, have not seen it. Have not seen it.
One day maybe.
But not this day.
This day we fight. There's a party over there. 1917 is an incredibly good film. Eventually I plan to watch. Yeah, Jock Snowell is a good film. Have you seen Willow or the Willow show on Disney Plus? I've never seen any of the Willows. What about you, Raven?
I've seen the first Willow movie, but the first Willow show I've heard is pretty bad. Why didn't you hit me? You got a free hit on... You're a fool, Gladiator! A bloody fool!
We who are about to die salute you. Have y'all seen 1776?
Shaolin, why'd you do that?
No, actually.
There, we won. Ugh.
Alright. It's 9:35. We may want to consider moving over to Breach.
Yeah, let's switch over to Breach. We've won 4 Dominion matches in a row. It may be time to switch.
By the way, we officially made an hour streaming without issue.
Yes, it seems like things are going better.
Thoughts on the USA?
Thoughts on the
USA! 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 We're patriots. We love America.
Pro, I'm for honor. And what? I misunderstood that. 1776 is a fantastic musical about the signing of the Declaration of Independence. Oh. Poe and For Honor. Oh, Poe and For Honor, please.
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
I'm Poe.
Hey, Raven, what happened to Rave?
Raven reacts?
Oh. We can't do those anymore. Because every time I do one, YouTube decides to block it because of
reasons.
Copyright reasons. So I can't do those anymore. Sorry. I want to, but I can't. I think it's dumb, but that's what they do. All right, while we're getting a game... Oh, we already got a game. I was going to grab a drink. I'm thirsty.
I could grab you a drink.
Could you?
Yes, I could.
But you won't.
Probably not.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I'll go get you one.
Grab yourself something while you're up.
Oh, hey, Ray.
Actually, tell you what. While it's loading, I'll go grab one.
Oh, okay. Now I'm in charge.
I'm still here.
I can dream, dang it.
No, you can't.
You don't know me.
Permission to dream.
I don't need your permission to dream. Is this like communist China saying the Buddhist monks need to ask their permission to reincarnate?
That's funny. Anyway.
Yep. Why does YouTube have to be YouTube? Because they're morons.
Much better. Ooh, I needed that.
Hey, Raven, what's your opinion of Rowling's handling of the Slytherin house in general?
It's poorly done. Poor writing on her part. That's the thing about J.K. Rowling, you know, she makes a lot of good decisions, but a lot of bad ones, too. There are aspects of her story that I think are fantastically done. Hogwarts itself is wonderful, but then there's so much of the story that doesn't work. Hey, Raven, how would Apollyon react to Jesus? She already kind of did. She said in one of her things that she didn't really understand the sermons that were given for the knights. Raven's Lamentations, Slytherin House.
I already have Hogwarts in general.
Rate my scent? Well, no. Oh, wait. Oh, your scent is right. Yeah, your scent looks good.
Like
Pumpkin?
Helmet.
Pumpkin managed to get in on the action there. Cool. Glad to have you.
My mom called my phone. Okay.
Whew. Feel better now.
Do you think Apollyon would be against Horkos?
Probably. I don't think she'd be 100% behind it.
Shoot fire fuzzies.
Shoot fire fuzzies and great balls of fire.
Thank you.
Like Apollyon meeting Jesus and they just talk. That'd be cool.
Yep.
I think that'd be really interesting. Who would win in a war, Samurai or Knights Templar itself? Hold on now. The Templar wasn't all the Knights. The Templar's an order.
Yeah, because keep in mind, like, the Samurai would have the numbers advantage in that.
Yeah. Hey, y'all seen Little Witch Academia? I have seen it, actually. I did see Little Witch Academia.
I have.
It's cute. It's cute.
Okay.
Samurai, because they're ahead in the timeline and thus have access to black powder firearms.
There you
Well,
go.
yeah, see, that's the difference.
Now, if you take, like, 1100 Samurai, the Templars are going to have an automatic advantage, but it really depends on a lot of factors, like do they have even numbers? What year are each of them from? What are we working, Peter?
Exactly. Apollyon for Prime Minister.
What country? Britain?
You know, it doesn't matter. Any country would be fine.
Gosh, anytime the PMs don't do what she wants, she just flips out this Y-hander and starts swinging.
You know what? The totalitarian dictators, they were just misunderstood.
Uh,
Everyone loves El Presidente. Rigo Rodriguez!
Oh gosh, though, I'm thinking of El Presidente from Tropico. I got annoyed by the main character constantly reminding us that she wants to be just like Chariot, otherwise it was a good show. Chariot?
Oh, I think you're talking about Little Witch Academia again. Yeah.
She wants to be like a two-wheeled
Hey, why did you...
station?
Don't do that, Pumpkin.
Pumpkin, don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy. Anyway. Let's see. Anything else going on in chat? Because now that we're on the breaches, it's time to try to get us ranting, isn't it?
Oh, how was the experience with Ravenclaw actually? Because I heard something weird about them having cut content with their mission.
It does feel like they did sometimes. There's a lot about Ravenclaw. I feel like either Rowling or just the world itself does not like Ravenclaw.
Because I want you to think about this too, with even in the game's context. You have three major characters, or three side characters that you help do stuff with throughout the core context of the game. You have Sebastian, who's from Slytherin, who you do the most missions with. Then you have Natty with Gryffindor, who you do a good deal of missions with. And then you have Poppy from Hufflepuff, who you do a good deal of missions with. But there's one Ravenclaw kid, you do one mission with them, and that's it.
Yeah, literally. They just kind of do not...
Yeah, I almost feel kind of obligated now to be Ravenclaw, even though I wasn't going to do it before. I mean, I finished the game. But it's like, I'm glad I did it, because now all houses are represented. I thought you said Ravenclaws. Like Santa Claus, but instead it's Ravenclaws. Great idea for, Teesprings.
Poppy Sweeting, more like wife. How do you feel about the Hogwarts Legacy devs using the headmaster as an excuse not to... I think I can read the rest of that.
Not to have Quidditch in the game.
Oh.
Black's best decision.
Black's only good decision. Rowling doesn't like Ravenclaw. Remember, the only name major Ravenclaw is Linda Lovegood. There's also Cho Chang. But, yeah, we know how she got treated.
I don't know what she's got against Ravenclaw. It's weird. Do you think Christmas is pagan? No!
Of course it's not!
Now, that's something I actually do agree with on inspiring philosophy on pretty much wholesale. Because, like, yeah, but Saturnalia was on the same day. No, Saturnalia was a festival that existed a week before Christmas.
I know it's popular to give MHA shit, but I'm okay with it because it's a new generation's... I couldn't read the rest of that.
Naruto? My Hero Academia, but I'm okay with it because it's a new generation's Naruto and the vanilla ice cream of anime. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I like My Hero Academia fine. I like it fine, but I've got to say right now, it's gotten a little convoluted. For example, here's a question for those who like My Hero Academia. What about it right now, in its current state, right now, is academia?
Yeah, that's
yeah, like...
I do have that problem. I mean, I like some of the stuff they're doing, but, like, it's not exactly titular anymore.
Well, I mean, like, think about it like this. The whole idea behind Deku is that he has to learn to control his power and learn to really make it his own. Now, not only has he made it his own for the most part, he's got a bunch of other powers that he's made his own. I'm like, oh, come on, really?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I was a little surprised by that. But I will say, I actually like it better than Naruto.
Yeah, I do like it better than Naruto, that's for sure.
Do you think Apollyon would have made a good killer in DVD?
Yes! Hitakiri would have been the best killer in DVD.
It's literally written in the lore.
I swore, when Hitakiri first arrived, I thought she was a Dead by Daylight killer that escaped.
When we did our hero for Honor Heroes described in one sentence, we had Hitakiri's as an escaped DVD killer.
What do you think of the movie Kingdom of Heaven? I think it's a good movie, very entertaining. They got a few things wrong.
They got a few things right. They got a few things wrong. What can we say?
How would you redesign the Knight in Dead by Daylight? Get rid of the freaking hair on his helmet?
Yeah, that irritates me just as much as the ponytail on the For Honor Knights.
I just wish the Knight with both Apollyon had better music. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I feel you there.
Is this Shugoki good at dodging?
Make the Knight in DVD Apollyon. They should. If there's any justice in this world.
Kyoshin, why are you stealing my kills? Why are you doing that to me, Kyoshin? Why are you doing it to me? Why are you doing it?
My Hero Academia, a.k.a. missed opportunities, because, holy lord, the idea of a society that has so many implications that never get expanded on, like how would a powerless person behave in a powered world? They do touch on that a little bit. There's actually a web novel that touches on that subject. I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, I agree. That's one of my problems actually with the Harry Potter universe, because there's a lot of implications to the Wizarding world if it exists that way, and I love poking at it. But yeah, you're right. My Hero Academia does have similar issues to that too. I think it's a little bit more grounded than things like, say, something like Harry Potter. But yeah, I see where you're coming from there.
Is this when you hear the DVD extra on the side of DVD was half-assed? Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Shugoki should be in My Little Pony.
Oh,
why should Shugoki be in My Little Pony?
Because he's gonna squash him into glue.
Like of all the characters, why put him in? No, sorry, this is my kill. My kill. Thanks for waiting patiently, Goki. I appreciate that. Maybe he does belong in My Little Pony. He's learned the power of friendship in patience. And now I'm gonna.
Raven, why do you hate the character of Harry Potter?
Harry Potter himself started off as a cute kid who just wanted to get out of his dead-end life with the Dursleys. Then he turned into a whiny bitch. See, that's the thing. Hold on. Ah, shoot.
Dang it, Pikeman.
In the third book, with the first two books, it was very, enjoyable. It was very much Harry Potter learning about the Wizarding world and about what was so wonderful about it and falling in love with it. But then when you have book 3 onward, it becomes less about Harry Potter and the Wizarding world, and becomes more about Harry Potter and his family. Like, everything just turns into, I don't have parents, I don't have connections, feel bad for me, I don't want to be the chosen one, I never asked for this scar on my forehead. And after a while, I'm kind of like, get over it. Look, don't misunderstand me. I'm sorry that your parents are dead, but you're what, 14, 15, 16, all the way down the list here? Like you're already this old. You've become quite used to not having parents. Like,
I think the big thing is people. It's like, well, he's realistic for a teenager. Like, I agree, but we're also already dealing with wizards. I'm not sure I want perfect realism there, because as someone who has to deal with teenagers daily, I'm not sure I want to read about that. I should write stories. Oh gosh.
I don't know, most Harry Potter fanfics I saw... Oh, never mind. Hey, Raven, what do you think of... Oh, never mind. Anything else?
I was just trying to process this. I don't know, most Harry Potter fanfics I saw revolve around Harry finding Hot Topic. Or, my favorite, Harry Potter rounding up a bunch of World War II vets and showing Voldemort what the Glock does.
See, that would be sick.
It's like, hey, Voldemort, want to see the most powerful spell of all?
Are you ready to meet God? Just rack a slug. Eat this, Voldy.
Voldemort.
Voldemort. Oh, Voldy, 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 Voldemort. Ba-doom, boom, boom. Got a friend named Voldemort. He's a snake. I'll work on it.
Harry Potter's mom was gone because she loved him. My mom was gone because she loved drugs. Grow up here. Oh gosh, that took a turn.
Oh.
Here's what I want to know though. It's like, Harry's mom sacrificed her life so that she could put like a bit of protection on Harry.
Yeah.
How come James's sacrifice didn't protect the mom?
Yeah, and for that, okay, so I have so many problems with the way Harry's mom saved him. This is one of my biggest problems with Harry Potter. So Harry's mother's love protected him. Question, how is that possible? Voldemort calls it old magic. Where'd she learn that magic? Who taught it to her? Is it just something natural? If it is, what other prerequisites are involved? Hagrid said in the first book that Voldemort had killed children and babies before and it never bothered him. Why did it bother him now? Was it only effective when he was a baby? It couldn't have, because it affected Quirrell in the first book. And how come it doesn't affect anyone else when they lay their hands on Harry? Because clearly Dudley beat the heck out of Harry plenty of times. So how the heck does that work? And then of course, you've also got the question of, okay, let's say that it's not a spell that can be taught. Let's say that it's just something inherent to Mrs. Potter. Then how did Voldemort say it was old magic, something I should have foreseen? So you knew that this could be a possible thing. You knew that this could be a potential problem. And then, of course, it also ends up with this whole idea that, oh, by the way, we're going to bring Voldemort back by using Harry's blood. Because then he'll have Harry's mom's protection, too. How does that... So love is a bloodborne pathogen. You can trick love. That's how this works.
Love is an STD.
That Shugoki was a tank.
Oh gosh, Apollyon and My Little Pony.
Apollyon and My Little Pony. Well, I can say this: Equestria would be a lot more fun if she was a part of it.
Yep.
I ran out of breath ranting there. I need to take a break.
Midichlorians, obviously. You're right, Edward. How could we have been so?
How could we have been so foolish? Midichlorians. Why are you talking about My Little Pony in this for honors? I don't know.
I keep asking about it.
Yeah, you know what? Good question. Why are we talking about Harry Potter in this for honor stream? Why are we talking about Warhammer 40k in this for honor stream? Why are we talking about anything non-for honor related in this stream? Because you guys want to talk about it. I did not ask to bring up My Little Pony. You brought up My Little Pony. So now we're going to talk about those freaking ponies.
And the wonderful glue they can make. See, Yo Raven Lark, what do you two think of House Slytherin?
It is definitely a house. It's the bad guy house.
Sebastian's cool, man. I like Sebastian.
Yeah, I kind of don't care about For Honor. That's fine.
Oh, hey, we're glad we pulled
We're
you.
glad you're here anyway. Enough My Little Pony. Anyway, what cutie mark should you token?
I feel like a ham sandwich would be justified, but...
Maybe just a whole pork roast. I don't see a problem with bringing you these topics. They're all very, I don't know what she said.
Very important.
I agree, they are very important. But that's why I think it's funny when people go, why are we talking about this in a For Honor stream? You did this!
You did this to me! Is it just me, or does the headmaster from Hogwarts Legacy act kind of like Warren Vidic from Assassin's Creed? I can see a bit
I
of it.
can see a bit of
But the
it,
difference
yeah.
is, Warren Vidic was actually competent and could do a job. Black is clearly there because he just has connections. Yeah.
I don't really care for Honor either, I'm just here for the history.
Hey.
But we're not even talking history right now.
Yep. Oh, and Mercy there is with a cat.
Mercy's with a cat.
She has a cat in a box.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah, but Slytherin is...
Alright guys, is My Little Pony amazing? I don't know. And well, frankly, any hero For Honor could point to Equestria would be like... Any hero For Honor that went to Equestria would be made of pony, and I don't think my heart's ready for that.
I'm not a fan of whenever I see a beloved character of mine. It's like, hey, why we made them a horse? Why? It's like, why would you do that? It's kind of like we're gonna learn how to turn animals into war goblins. Why? Because we can.
Here's the thing, I like horses. I think horses are cool. Centaurs are my favorite mythical creature. But even I'm kind of like, yeah, chill. Horses are sick, man. My Little Shaman TV show coming out in 2050. Yes, I would see that.
I'd watch
My Little Shaman. I used to wonder what people tasted like.
Kitty.
There's this inconsistent continuity of the Oz series, mainly because L. Frank Baum. I don't know.
We
Wow! I broke something.
Michael just came in. Enough of Harry Potter. Let's discuss the better wizard, the Wizard of Oz.
I dated one college. Oh, he dated one in college. Yes, I did date a centaur in college.
Joke.
It was awesome. Lark, back me up on this. She was one of the best girlfriends I ever dated.
Hello, where's a stick? I need to... See, Mal says, my teacher said Slytherins were a-holes. My friend said, what house would I be in? She said Slytherin.
Yeah, there you go.
One of my favorite teachers that year. It's like a self-aware a-hole is the
Yeah, she went, wait, what? Holden Cross is My Little Pony. He has experience because of the pony emote that Lawbringer has. Oh, I get it. Hey.
Wait, doesn't he ride the pony, though?
He rides the pony.
So does that mean when he went to Equestria, he rode... But there's only like 2 horses that are large enough to actually ride.
I was afraid I did not forget my best girlfriend, you know. The centaur, you know.
Oh, dude, you got a few other girlfriends that might come out. It's like they're going to break COVID restrictions to come find you.
None of them watch my YouTube videos. None
that
of them,
you can prove.
I'm pretty sure they'd come after.
Oh,
me
it's a
point.
joke, Yeshua. And Slander's like, what?
Hey, Raven, I'm planning to make a video explaining why For Honor stories are underrated, and I'd like to hear any criticisms you have of it. Sure, send it my way. I'll give it a listen.
I have my own, but you're the writer, so I'd like to hear from you.
Yeah, sure. I'll give it a listen. I would love to. Hey, Raven, MLP is the 40k universe. Is in the 40k universe. Equestria is actually a planet in the warp. Enjoy ever getting that image out of. So My Little Pony is in the warp in 40k.
I would believe Dragon Age in the warp more than I would.
Yeah, agreed.
Because you could argue that's the fade.
But yeah, Slanderous, definitely. I'd love to take a look at your video and tell you my thoughts. Because I do think For Honor story is underrated. I do think that there's a lot good there that we're not appreciating.
I think there are some things, like they... I feel like it could have been expanded on a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's the problem for me. I feel like there's so much there that they're not taking advantage of. Like, it has a lot of potential, but they just didn't go where they wanted to for it. They wanted to focus more on other aspects to For Honor and not a really good story, I'd say.
I would also argue, like, the big problem I had for the story, like, I feel like they should have let you choose whichever faction leader you wanted to take out Apollyon. It kind of feels weird, like, it's like, hey, here's the Warden, by the way, you get to beat him up as the samurai.
Yeah.
I felt like the Knights kind of got the shaft in the story, because they got to be the villains. But, you know, no redemption. Nah.
In the grim darkness of the far future, there are only...
Gosh, if Tumblr could have their way.
You know what, I have actually seen art where they made Celestia for My Little Pony look like the Emperor.
Because
God hates you and he shows it with ponies. What the... Dang you!
Does Shaman drink a lot of Pepsi before she runs around the battlefield? No, she's more of an RC Cola kind of person.
Okay, what is with it? What is with this Blackbriar? Hey Raven, is there a guy on YouTube called Sinterether that makes For Honor executions? Oh, I've heard of this guy. Yeah, I've heard of him. Some of them are really good.
Who would you date?
A Medusa or a Minotaur? If I date... Okay, question. The Minotaur. Does she have a human head with horns? Or does she have a bull head with horns? Because if she has a bull head with horns, I couldn't do that. If it's Medusa, I would have to wear sunglasses, or she would have to wear sunglasses on every date, and I would insist that we go somewhere where it has a nice scenic view, where just in case someone does look in her eyes, they get turned to stone in a very nice-looking location.
Yep.
Yay! We win!
In the grim darkness of the far future, there is friendship. Ew.
You know, the Black Templar are already going after the furries. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah.
Hey, Raven, if you ever want to get into Mortal Kombat, I would recommend MK Deception. I'm not really all that interested.
Oh, Slander says, I meant criticism of the story itself. The video isn't done. I'm still writing the script, and that's why I want the input. Thanks.
Oh, okay, yeah, no problem. No problem. I can do that. So you want criticism of the story itself. You want me to talk about the story, not just your video, but the story. Okay, so if I were to criticize the story of For Honor, well, for one thing, in the campaign, one of the problems that I did have was... I'm trying to think of the best way to phrase this. We don't understand the government of the Knights very well. They don't go into this very well, but they constantly make references to it. Like, they talk constantly about, if the commanders of the Iron Legion heard about it, okay, but what place do the Iron Legion have? You know, like, where are the other legions? What's their role? Is there a king of... Well, they have an emperor in the Mire. Do they have a high king of Valkenheim? Do they have a lord over all of Ashfell? Like, what does the government look like there, and how did Apollyon take control so quickly and easily? That's one issue that I've always had. Like, it never made sense that she was able to do that. I'd also like to know a little bit more about where Apollyon learned so much of what she did. Let's see, what else? Again, I agree with Lark in his point that we should have chosen which one of the heroes was the one who actually got to fight Apollyon in the end.
Yeah, it's also another criticism is like where the Blackstone Legion just kind of came right out of nowhere during the Great Siege of the Mire.
Yeah,
just kind of popped out of nowhere.
For sure.
And some things just kind of happened via coincidence. That I know technically you could argue the Blackstone Legion sort of helped set it up, but it's just some things just fell into place a little too perfectly.
Let's see, what else?
Maybe it's like the Holy Roman Empire or Switzerland, a confederation. Arguably, but we don't get enough details in there.
Also, there's the aspect of the Vikings stealing from the samurai. That was always a little weird. Don't get me wrong, I like what Apollyon did. Apollyon basically set it up where she said, hey, we're going to abandon this territory, and we're going to leave some samurai tidbits behind to give you the hint to go steal from the samurai for the sake of, you know, your survival. But what did they steal? Food? Did they steal money? What did they steal from the samurai? What were they trying to get? Because if it was just food, they didn't need to attack the like center of the mire. They didn't need to attack one of the major fortresses. They just needed to attack outlying villages.
They wanted money because in the chest they opened, it was cash.
But why did they want money? Like,
because they're Vikings, they want stuff.
yeah, but didn't they want food? Weren't they trying to save their people?
Yeah. So you think they would have higher priorities?
Yeah, that's what I think. Like the Vikings' priorities seemed a little off.
Yeah.
But if I were to talk about like what I love about the story, I think one thing that I love is that Apollyon basically won in the end. I think people really underestimate how important Apollyon was and what she did that was so fascinating. With a lot of mustache twirling evil villains, you think of them like, oh, they're just going to lose, that they're going to lose in the end and virtue and justice is going to reign. They didn't, though. They didn't win. Even though they killed Apollyon, Apollyon got what she wanted, and we're playing the result. The war is still on. The fight is still ongoing because she got what she wanted, endless war. And I think the reason why is because even though they didn't go into a great amount of detail about what she saw that convinced her that war was the way to go, I think that what is important is that she understood the necessity of it and created an environment and situation where no matter what happened to her, she still got what she wanted in the end. If she survived, she still got her war. If she died, then that just gets rid of the common denominator that keeps them all working together, and they'll all fight amongst each other. So her plan worked without a hitch. She did it. In fact, she knew what was going to happen down to the moment. Like she looked at, and what are you doing, Holden? And then when he launched that catapult, at last, she knew it was coming. She wanted it to happen. So genuinely, I think that was they created an excellent villain. I believe that Apollyon is one of the best villains created, at least at that time period, in terms of video game media, because it's one of those moments where she won regardless of what happened to her, and the game is all about the fact that she won, and I think that's very important to remember. So Apollyon really held that together. I think that...
I think another weakness that I would... That's with, and this is a big one for me, how the knights some of the knights sort of feel bad about trashing the Vikings. Place like, I can't believe we basically did the same thing they always do to us. No, that's the thing.
Yeah.
There's clearly a large divide between the knights, the Vikings, and the samurai, and it's been going on for 1,000 years. There's a lot of animosity. And the Vikings have been doing raids into Knight territory for literal centuries. And so finally the Blackstone Legion hits them back, and suddenly they go, oh gosh.
How could we be the bad guys?
I mean, realistically, the war would probably go, yeah, you got what you deserved.
Yeah, literally. It's one of those things where sometimes the motivations didn't make a lot of sense. And another criticism I'll make is, why are the Knights always the bad guys and everything? Yeah. Like, the Knights didn't get their redemption. Like, I wanted the Knights to have, a little bit more to them. But no, they were just the bad guys.
Yep.
I get
Samurai were the de facto good guys, the Knights were the bad guys, and the Vikings just did what Vikings do best and raid.
Yeah, literally.
Hey, exactly. Apollyon becomes 100% more interesting for me if your headcanon she wants to die in the end to leave the factions nothing to fight against but themselves.
Exactly, and that's what I think she did. Like, because literally after you beat her, the Orochi's like, we will have peace. And she goes, you brought all your armies in here, and you thought peace was going to come out of this? Like, no, son, that's not how the world works. Like, and then that's why she threw her sword. That's why she threw her sword down there to say, I'm dead. And now all the knights and samurai are wondering, okay, well, what do we do now? Like, she's dead, but we're still angry. The samurai are angry. The knights still killed our emperor, and the knights are still angry. We still hate all of you because of what you did to the legions, And so they're like, so what do we do? And then when the Vikings show up, they go, well, back to what we do best, fight! Because that's what they were. Apollyon brought out the wolves in all of them. She left the weak to slaughter, and she brought out the warriors. And what do warriors do to solve their problems? Kill each other. So genuinely, I love what Apollyon did. I think that she 100% wanted to die. I think she's like, no, this is where I die. This is where I get killed, because once I die, the common enemy is gone. The common foe is defeated, and now they'll all have to fight each other. And so that was her primary goal. That's why Holden says she played us all, like she knew what she was doing from the very beginning. And I think that's fantastic. I think that's a fantastic twist to her character. A character who's like, I wanted to die. You only made it easier for me to win. Because think about it, imagine if Apollyon had stayed alive. They'd all just stayed united against her. She's still their common enemy. In order for her to get what she wanted, she had to die. I think that's why I think Apollyon was such an important part of the story and why I did a couple videos on her.
Another aspect that might have been hurt, but like not at the time, but now due to all the extra stuff. Now that we know that there was the Wu Lin existed, there were Egyptians and the island of Arabia. It does beg the question: did Apollyon ever try and like rile them up too? But I know that's just because they were created after the fact.
But anyway, yeah, those are the majority of my thoughts on the campaign and the story. Apollyon really made it complete, really tied it all together. The knights, I feel like, were kind of shafted because they were made into just, you know, the de facto bad guys, and I feel like we could have had more nuance there, or at least given them some kind of redemption.
Yeah.
Then you have the Vikings, who I had no problem with what the Vikings did. They were just doing what Vikings do, and that worked for me. Although I found it really funny when that one guy goes, "You might as well ask me to pick up farming." I'm like, well, yeah, Vikings did that. Viking is an occupation. It's not just a race, you know. Like Vikings would farm.
Like, how did you have food in the first place?
But other than that, no, I didn't have a problem with what the Vikings did. Vikings will do that. It's the way Vikings operate. And then as for the samurai, the de facto good guys, just the Bushido dignified, it's the last stand of the samurai. Like, just very much, yeah, we're the good guys. That was a little lame to me.
Also, where the heck did they get the war elephant from?
Yeah, where did they get that war elephant?
How come we don't see one of those again?
Yeah, it was kind of cool, actually. But anyway, yeah, those are some of my thoughts. And if I...
Oh, yeah, another problem I would have is just, like, how easily the Seijuro just comes around after getting beaten. Like, no, then you must kill me. Like, so kind of...
You know, one thing that I would have liked to have seen in For Honor story? What if they had it where, Apollyon, Seijuro was just one of many warriors that Apollyon had brought to her side beyond just the knights. Like these people who she promised land, riches, fame, power, something. Like she promises these things if they cause trouble for their own faction. And so Seijuro was doing all of what he did, not because I want to be emperor, but because maybe he wanted to be emperor and Apollyon promised it to him. Like, if you help me, I'll give you this. In reality, they had no idea what Apollyon really wanted. They just thought Apollyon promised that I'd get this if I helped her. But then Apollyon reveals in the end, they were all just tools, man. Easily manipulated tools, not real wolves. Like, you know, and her whole idea is, I'm gonna get what I want from these guys.
Do you think Apollyon will be more popular with the Vikings? Well, she might have been if she didn't burn their homes to the ground. My problem is how the Vikings try and play the moral high ground despite all the shit they cause. Thousands of my people died, says the murderer. Yep, that's my exact point. It's just like, why do the knights have to feel bad for torching a Viking village and their storehouse when the Vikings do that all the time?
You're literally, yeah. That's my whole. That's a very good point. Like, why are you trying to moralize to me, fucker? Like, no.
It's kind of like if the Germans got upset at the British for using mustard gas. Like, how could they do this to us? You started.
But yeah, I know that we're kind of making fun of the story at this point. The campaign was very. It had, like I said, it had a lot of promise, didn't follow through on a lot of it. But anyway, let's move on to other topics now. We talked about that a bit, and we still haven't truly gotten a true rant.
Yep. We kind of have, but...
Kinda.
Yeah, and if slanderous, I'm sure you guys can like connect via Discord or message.
Yeah, if you need more, like, from me, Slandy, don't hesitate to shoot me up on Discord. I'll be glad to answer questions or give thoughts on anything. Like, no worries.
What's y'all favorite game mode?
I really like Breach.
Breach is fun. Breach is a favorite.
Dominion is fun too, but it can get frustrating.
Believe it or not, though, we have a friend that really likes Tribute.
No problem, Slandy. No problem at all. My pleasure.
Oh yeah, I know about the shotgun story. Apollyon is a great character, but the story could have been better. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's for sure. I do not disagree there.
Apollyon, like hell, is holding up that story.
For sure. Bam! Got him. Hey, Lark, what are the factions you'd love to talk about?
I have a list.
Yep, he's got a whole list of Lark's Lamentations.
Oh gosh, how many do I have on this?
Almost 20, I think.
Maybe more than that. Let's see. I've just highlighted ones I've already done. So let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeshua's King says, "All right, I'm gonna have dinner now. Thanks for coming, man. Sorry if we bored you or anything. Like, didn't mean to bore you. Just talking about whatever. Did we? No, never mind. Never mind. I just had a thought and it went away.
It happens.
No, you guys kept me on. Okay, making sure. The story should have brought Apollyon back in the credits. To get a rant, did you hear about the Hershey chocolate using a man for Women's Month and Jeremy Boring makes his own... What?
What?
Read that, Lark. I can't read it.
To get it right, did you hear about how Hershey's chocolate is using a man for Women's Month and Jeremy Boring making his own chocolate company? What?
I don't know anything about that.
I don't know what that's.
Hey, Raven and Lark, would either of you read a... Oh, never mind.
Hey, Raven and Lark, would either of you read a wholesome romance comic about a tsundere, Medusa, and a blind person living together?
Yeah, that sounds hilarious.
Also, can Medusa still petrify a blind person?
I don't think so. I don't think so. What's your opinion on the Harry Potter Does America? I mean, the Percy Jackson series. It's fine.
Pretty accurate there.
By the way, I'm not leaving. Oh, I thought you were leaving. I thought when you said you were getting dinner, you were leaving.
Oh.
I misunderstood.
Oh.
Raven, I'm starting to think your side of chat is a bit scuffed. No, it's not that it's scuffed. It's that it only shows up temporarily and then goes away, and it doesn't show the entire message. It only shows like 2 lines of your messages, so I can't read longer messages. That's why.
Yeah, that's why I'm here. But yeah, I did the counting. Not including the ones I've already done, I got 43 factions on the list. So yeah, I got stuff to work through.
Well, you know what you got to do now.
Yes, I do. Thankfully, only if some of them aren't video games, so I can just watch or read stuff to get through those.
Do you think Apollyon will be a separate faction against Orgos? No, she wouldn't. She wouldn't see the need. Hey, Lark, humor us with the most annoying accent you can say. Okay. Raven, what do you think of All Might? I like him.
All Might's good.
All Might's my favorite character.
Most annoying accent. It depends. Like, my buddy thinks my Irish accent is very annoying. I personally like it. But then there's other accents that can be a little bit more subtle. Or maybe not. Yeah, so it depends on what irritates you personally. If there were a game kind of like For Honor, but you play as mythical creatures, would you play it?
Yes! Yes, and I would be the centaurs all day, brother. Who keeps it?
Yeah. So that, like,
Jeremy Boring is partnered with Ben Shapiro at the Daily Wire, and Hershey used a man to advertise her chocolate for Women's Month.
Oh.
Okay.
Good for him, I guess.
Good for them. I don't really care.
Or even rant about Mulan 2020.
Oh yeah, it is Women's History Month. I totally forgot. You know what? I will respect women. I will respect women.
Just like we do every
Just like I do every month, okay? There's no difference between how I treat women now and how I treat them during the year. Because that's the thing. I don't agree with Black History Month or Women's History Month or anything like that. I don't agree with it because that implies that this is the specific month I need to care about them. This month, out of all the 12 months in the year, this is the month I need to show them respect. No, it's not. You show respect to everyone all year round, 365 days a year, 12 months out of the year. 7 days a week, 24/7. You respect everyone. It does not. Oh, thank you. It has nothing to do with months. Okay, that to me is stupid.
Dr. Talbert is over here. I don't respect feminoids. They aren't real.
Also, My Hero Academia is kind of confused on what it wants to be. It starts off as a Superman show, but then goes to be a Batman show. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah.
Apollyon would be like Thanos and become a gardener if she were still alive. I highly doubt that.
Wave goodbye to your head, Wonka. Oh, it went away.
Wave goodbye to your head, Wonka. I don't respect minions.
I don't respect minions.
Yes. Wait, why can't I turn caps lock off? I don't know, Adam.
I don't know what's going on. Oh, you jerk!
Why can you do this to me?
Hey, William, what is your least favorite hero and most favorite hero? And For Honor? I get asked that all the time. I don't really have a favorite. I play everyone. But I do enjoy me some Warden. Warden's one of my favorites. Haha! I cut your head down the middle.
Minion lives matter?
No, they don't. They are expendable pawns.
Imagine growing his minions in For Honor. Please no.
No, no, no. Hey Raven, how have you been doing? It's a long story and we don't have time to go into it tonight.
Okay.
Vlad is probably low. Yeah, he's not my he's not my least favorite, but he's not high on that list.
No.
Can we get a Despicable Me meme? No! What fantasy world would you live in? I don't even know. That's a good question. Skyrim! Yeah.
And I could probably survive in the Elder Scrolls lore, Elder Scrolls lore in the world pretty well. Wouldn't be anything special, but I could survive. I mean, we did have an event where minions were rabbits, yeah, but Ubisoft also owns the rights to that, so Astria would take up Draconite farming.
Let me put it this way: if they added a Despicable Me event where all the minions were actual Despicable Me minions, I wouldn't even bother with the heroes. I'd just kill minions all day.
Because they deserve death. I don't understand why T&D executions take so long to really execute the enemy.
Oh, what the? You know what, Yorm? I don't know why you hate me.
Join the Order of the Dragon, everyone else For Honor is trash. Okay, Vlad, I see you. Time to put on the tinfoil info warriors. Females are actually raptoids in the disguise. There's no such thing as a woman. I'm planning on proving it mathematically. Alright, Alex Jones, settle down.
I'm kind of retarded.
Yeah. What's worse, Frost Troll or dragons in Skyrim?
Bears.
Bears. Now,
Bears are worse.
I'd argue Frost Trolls are worse, unless you include like some of the higher level dragons. But once you get to like a certain level, Frost Trolls shouldn't be a problem for you. Oh, the last Skyliner answered the question. Yorm is mad at you because this is Store Stronghold, so you're intruding on her property.
Well, attack someone else.
Oh gosh, are we the ATF? Oh no.
No, I'm the what is it? The
FBI?
No, I don't even know.
IRS?
No. I forget what it's called. It'll come to me later.
Does anyone else think of a game using biblical figures would be cool? Adam would be OP.
What kind of game would it be?
Yeah, that's a
combat?
Eden Gardens.
Oh, make a game where like you're playing as like an angel defending Eden from devils.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
That'd be kind of cool.
Gosh, I have I like a Far Cry King David.
Ooh.
Can you show us your T&D faction?
Yeah, when I'm done with the stream. Because once the stream is done, I'll be going through my heroes and fixing them up.
Dynasty Warrior style game where you're Samson against an entire army of hairstylists. Oh no.
Come on, hit him. He's almost dead. Got him. All right. We did it.
Viking minions look more realistic than Viking heroes.
For the most part, yes.
Yeah.
All right, we got time for one more breach, and then that'll be when we call it. One more.
One more?
One more.
Hey, Raven, have you ever played Metal Hellsinger? I don't even know what that is.
I don't even know what Metal Hellsinger is.
You should host a custom game eventually.
Maybe someday, but it is not this day.
This day we fight!
I like how we both need to do that.
Yes.
Yes.
Y'all ever play Brutal Legend?
Nope.
No.
Never
Is
heard
that
of
the one with Jack Black?
Is that the one with the brutal legend?
Every bonus round you gotta keep Adam and especially Eve out of the car.
Yes, that'd be awesome. Like just, nope, you two had your chance.
Bat. What's your favorite event?
I know your favorite is that breach mode with Jormungandr's hammer.
Yes, it is.
I don't know what my favorite is. I liked a lot of them. All right. Let's go. I haven't gone to Fira tonight, so I think it's time to go Fira. What do you think? Raven for Honor fashion contest win? When we get around to it, I'm afraid. When we get around to it.
I like the DVD event. Yeah, it was okay.
The DVD event was pretty good. I actually liked that one. That one was fun. I loved the Jorogumo event.
That was a great
That was such a good event.
I like the Assassin's Creed event.
Raven, on the topic of a biblical For Honor style game, The War in Heaven, Lucifer's Folly.
You get to kick the crap out of Lucy?
I'd beat up Lucy, for sure. Lucy!
I am Lucifer, Lord of Hell.
Maybe call you Lucy? No! Lucifer's a petulant child.
Indeed. All I'm saying is Eve versus Lilith would be dope.
Eve versus Lilith. Yeah. Raven, you got any tips on Neo 2? Because I'm getting whooped. Oh, Neo 2. What a game. What a game. I would need to see your specific loadout. I need to see what you've been pushing. Like, what's your weapon style? What's your combat effectiveness? Like, that kind of thing. Like, I would really need to see what you're running to really give you the best advice I could. Where are you getting whooped? What boss in particular? Or is it like a certain group of minions? Or like, where are you getting whooped in particular? Because I need to know what you're up against to give you the proper advice. Because I have run so many different ways of doing Neo, and it's not always the same. Splits DayZ, what happened? Everyone managed to catch a stream. Hey, welcome. You're on the last match of the night.
Hey Raven,
Odachi and Dual Swords. Okay, what's your boss? Like, who are you struggling against? Because Odachi's only good against certain bosses. Dual Swords not bad, but again, specific style of fighting there.
Let's see. Okay. Hey Raven and Lark, you think that with the cut content in Hogwarts, does that make the Ravenclaw experience bad, or does it change anything? I don't think it changes enough.
Nah, I wouldn't think so. Okay. The second boss. Okay, it's the second boss. Which one is that? You're on Neo 2.
Is that...
Oh, it's Enra, isn't it? You're fighting Enra?
The fire smoke guy?
The smoke fire monster? Is it Enra? Because Odachi can work against Enra. You need to tell me if it's Enra, because if it's Enra, I can tell you the best options I can tell you. Like, I can give you my best advice. But then after that, it's
yeah, he says yeah.
Okay, alright, so here's what you do. In the main battle room where you're fighting Enra, there are 4 pillars. Each pillar has water loaded over it. What you want to do is try to trick Enra into attacking you near one of those pillars so that he breaks the pillar and it drops water on him, which will increase his overall stamina. Well, it will decrease his overall stamina. Then take advantage of that to knock him out of stamina and wail on him. Keep distance as a priority, and also you definitely want to time his sand tornado attacks, because those are his best range ability. If you keep your distance from him, he'll eventually try to do that to you, and then you can counter with your spirit counter. So that would be one thing I would recommend. Also bring plenty of water talismans with you. You definitely want as many of those as you can. If you have Aqua Shot, use that as well. Use Aqua Shot because water is your best friend fighting him. Use Pyro resistance talismans if you have any. If you don't have any, try to find some. There should be a few that are dropped in the area. Bring a friend along with you so that you can use them as a meat shield. And then once they activate their spirit mode thing, where they activate the spirit realm thing, what you want to do is run away from every single one of his basic attacks. But when he uses a power attack, focus heavily on your counter, like your counter bash thing. Also, which kind of spirit are you running? Like, are you running the brute form, the feral form, or the phantom form? If you're running, your best option in this case would be brute form. Brute is probably
brute is always best.
Yeah, so that would be my advice. But
hope you're taking notes.
I hope you're taking notes because genuinely, Enra was
he's doing brute. He's doing brute.
Okay, brute is good. Brute is good. Brute is probably one of the best. Like, I never understood why people like Phantom. It's really shitty.
I never understood why people use anything but brute.
Hey Raven, you should do a For Honor. Oh, I didn't read the rest.
Let's see. Where was it? Hey Raven, you should do a For Honor story recap from Holden's perspective.
Huh?
Oh yeah, you could maybe like read from like Holden's. Like you could read as Holden.
That'd be kind of cool.
It's like, so we went after this guy named Dominic.
Dominic! Hey, Raven and Lark, what is your favorite Covenant species in Halo? The Elites.
The Elites, yeah, definitely.
Definitely the Elites.
Followed by the Engineers.
Engineers are kind of cool.
Yeah.
Oh, they've got the flag. I'm going for... No, you don't. Ah, no.
I know. Raven, the only thing I dislike about Breach is why did the Defenders kill the Guardian? I think they should try and defend him too, but overall I enjoy it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
There is a hole in the story.
You feel like the Elites and the Predators we belong with.
Dominic's like, nah, I'm going to try and solo this, but thanks.
Okay, man, but if you need any help, let me know. If you're on PS, I may be able to help you. Hey, Raven, have you ever heard about Ziz? I'd say he doesn't get enough love like Behemoth and Leviathan. Oh, you mean from the Bible? I don't really think about which biblical monsters need more love or not. Like, hey guys, you need to pay more attention to me. I'm important. No, you're not. I've brought up El Shaddai Ascension of the Metatron a few times. You play as Enoch and you're aided by the Archangels.
And free fall Lucifer to imprison the Watchers. Oh yeah, we're going heavy into the Book of Enoch.
Yeah.
If you're on PC, I'd be willing to pop on and help you on Neo too, although my character is cracked and it won't be fun for you to watch.
My character's cracked too. I've beaten the game.
Yep.
Right now I'm playing Wo Long, which is its own level of frustrating.
Who really needs more love in Harry Potter? Slytherin or Ravenclaw? Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw.
Half of the internet is like, Slytherin's misunderstood.
Slytherin's just misunderstood. They're all such good people, you know?
Evil snake people!
Yeah. Well, gotta go to work. See you. Bye. Later, Tarkus. Have a good one.
Take care of yourself, bud.
And know that we love you. Platonically. See, she laughed.
How about a Witcher 3 style game where you're hunting biblical monsters? Listen, if there was like a game where you're like an Inquisitor or a Crusader hunting down biblical monsters or...
Like demons or something? Like that.
Like, honestly, here's what... You can have that. Here's what you do. Get Team Ninja, the guys that have made Wo Long and Neo, and have them make a style like that style of game, but in medieval Europe. Like, make it during like the 100 Years' War, or the Reconquista, or I don't know, the Balkan expansions of the Ottomans. There's a lot of leeway here. I'm begging you.
Hey Raven, I know you don't play much Souls-like, but I think if we're on a Legends type series on your Elden Ring characters would be nice. So you want me to create
lore for your Elden Ring character?
You want lore for my Elden Ring character? Yeah, I could try that.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I'm already making lore for my Wo Long character, so why not? I hate it when the opponents take the flag. I try so hard to stop them from shielding either wall or ram.
Which book should I start reading in the Bible? I would start with the Gospels.
I would start with the Gospel of John. That's usually where most people choose to start. It's always a good spot. It's always a good spot to get started.
That or Matthew.
Matthew's not bad, but I feel like John just starts out so well. And you also get John 3, which is a very important... It's the crucial aspect of the Gospel. So I would say John is the best place to start. What do you think about Shugoki design? Yeah, I like him. I like your Shugoki's look.
Because you do the Shugoki Poki. You turn yourself around. Film offices have done that joke.
Start with Matthew, the first book of the New Testament. You can read the Old Testament. Well, yeah, I mean, Matthew or John. I just prefer John because John will really introduce you to the Gospel in a good way.
Raven, if you could write the lore for a new For Honor hero, what would you do?
Give you some time to think on that.
Yeah.
I have a whole story for my Neo character. I don't know enough about my Wo Long character. Well, that's the thing. Wo Long just came out. We need time. We need time, brother. I'm still struggling with Wo Long. Even though I beat the first boss, I still don't fully understand the game mechanics.
Yep. Well, there's honest reason for people are all over Slytherin for the fact that Harry's son Albus is in Slytherin, and we have Merlin too, Raven and Lark.
How is Merlin in Slytherin?
Here's the thing that bothers me, because Merlin, like, I remember playing the Harry Potter 2 on PS2 back in the day, and they established like Merlin was one of the oldest wizards, and he like predated Hogwarts, but now apparently he went to Hogwarts. I don't know if that's a retcon or I misread something.
Hey Raven, is serve the Lord with fear and rejoice with trembling? Yes, that is from the Psalms. that is from Psalms, I think, 3. Like it goes like this: Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and for thy possessions the ends of the earth. Thou shalt dash them to pieces like a rod of iron. Thou shalt break them like a potter's vessel. Be wise, therefore, ye kings. Be modest, ye judges of the earth. Serve the Lord with fear and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the Son, lest ye be angry, and ye perish from the way. I'm forgetting the rest.
Oh, and Matthew Marshback says, close, Psalms 2.
Psalms 2, okay. I got it. I got it back.
And then, that Jack is right here. A tectonic night against Norse mythological monsters on the frontier.
Yes!
Give me that.
Give me a night going
Team
up
Ninja,
against some...
please.
Please,
take my money.
You. I will... Here's a check that's blank. I'll pay whatever you want.
Oh, gosh. And if you could possibly also throw, like, some Varangians in there.
Yes! God, that'd be sick.
Lark, that's not true. They said that Merlin studied at Hogwarts and he was sorted into Slytherin. I know they say that now.
They say that now, but in...
I remember, like, older material that said this, like, Merlin was, like, around, like, 1000 AD or something. I can't remember when Hogwarts was established. I think it was around the same time.
I just don't know.
I'd have to go back and look, and I'm kind of busy right now. How about a For Honor style game, but in Warhammer Fantasy? Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. That'd be sick. That'd be sick.
Yes.
I think For Honor caught on to something really cool that a lot of people don't realize.
Yeah, I would love to see some of the orc heroes.
Yeah. I got Magi.
Warhammer Fantasy sounds cool. It is cool, and then they nuked it. Because they couldn't sell enough miniatures for it, and then the morons started making it popular again through Warhammer Total War. It's like, if you just waited a dang year, you idiots.
Cringe Gryffindor following the rules. When did Gryffindors follow the rules? Harry Potter's whole thing is that he's always breaking rules.
Yeah, literally. The joke is, dang, Harry, can't believe you broke the Geneva Convention. 67 points to Gryffindor.
I can't believe you used an unforgivable curse. 1,000 points is all I can stand to give.
Huffledore, how dare you breathe, Huffledore?
Harry, did you just put All Lives Matter in the girls' bathroom? We were going to use that for gender identification tomorrow. I can only give you 1,000 points to Gryffindor. I can't go any higher. And he said softly. He said,
Big Snape tossed in. Look, Gryffindor still exists. 1 billion points from Hufflepuff.
Very, very fun playing with you. Very fun playing with you guys. I really enjoyed it. That was great. That was really great. Well, let's go edit some characters. And someone in the chat asked if they could see my Tiandi fashion. Here it is.
Yeah.
Now you can see it.
Have we done a how to build Tiandi?
I don't think we've done a how to build on her yet because I haven't released her legend video.
Ah, there you go. Huffledore, Raverin, Slitherpuff, and Gryffindor.
GG, guys, GG. Well, now you can see my Tiandi in all of her glory. All right.
Smite Bet and For Honor style would probably be my favorite game. Yeah, that'd be pretty baller. Harry, why did you spam WoW? 69 points to Gryffindor. Calibrations, yeah, the Sorting Hat wanted Harry to be Slytherin, but Harry said no and joined Gryffindor because Slytherin's the bad guy house.
Yeah.
It's like, but Merlin went there. Yeah, wait until you hear about the first iteration of Merlin, where he was supposed to be the Antichrist.
Yay!
No, seriously, like the original Arthurian legend, he was supposed to be the Antichrist, but then they changed, they developed him out of that later on.
Pretty good Tiandi, but mine is still just on another level. I don't know if I sent it in the server or not ages ago.
You might have.
You might have, and I'm glad you like your Tiandi.
Why do Harry Potter fans have a thing for this Draco guy? I like him for the memes purely, but that's where it ends because because it's like, read? Didn't know you could read. But I really don't care for Draco after the second movie. I really don't, because he kind of goes from somewhat of a interesting school antagonist to just kind of
a whiny bitch.
Yeah,
if you're really honest, he just turns into a whiny bitch. I haven't seen a single Harry Potter movie, so you just sound insane. Okay.
Well, we are insane.
That was kind of obvious.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the teachers constantly telling you how good a job you did, even after you technically broke some kind of
rules during? Yeah, that is interesting. I particularly love when they said, like, now don't use any of the unforgivable curses. Those are completely unforgivable. I can use lightning to explode people. Is that okay? Completely fine. All right.
Well, this is your last chance to ask questions, guys, so make sure you're getting them in.
Hey, Raven and Lark, what would you do to the Jurassic World island after what happened in the first Jurassic World? Let nature take its course with the volcano.
Yeah, I just let the volcano do its thing.
Here's another idea. Roman gladiators fighting Celtic creatures north of Hadrian's Wall. I don't think you'd... Actually, I have thought about an idea for that, but I was thinking more of a horror game. But, like, the investigating the acts of the Roman Arcani, or Arcani, rather. Speaking of that Draco guy, you should watch My Immortal on the Internet Historians channel. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. Random, but Sun Wulong is the most broken mythological... Oh, Sun Wukong is the most broken mythological character.
Yeah. He's pretty powerful. He's definitely up there.
It's funny because the killing curse really is the most moral curse. It's probably less painful death than fire. I would agree.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, it's just like, don't use the killing curse. Use Bombarda. Explode their internal organs.
Wow.
I would like to see some Harry Potter characters and Harry Potter events in Toronto. I don't know how that works.
I don't know how you do.
Because like they had a Star Wars event, and I can see how that works because you make everything a lightsaber. But
I don't even know how you.
will we all just run around with wands shooting at each other? Instant death spell or testicular torsion spell?
No.
Just kill him. Just kill him.
Kill me. Kill me if that happens.
Yeah. New wand-based character confirmed. Hey Raven, what do you think of the whispering in your ear / manipulator villain archetype like a Primarch? I definitely haven't been going on about. No, sir. Okay, so what do you think of like the sort of the more manipulative villain style of villain?
I like those.
Yeah, those can be good. I mean, hey, Palpatine was a great manipulating villain.
Oh, I love Palpatine.
Palpatine's one of the best villains.
Your faith in your friends is yours.
Just, alright, take your bet. He gets zapped.
Take your bets.
Let's see. Shigoki with a phoenix core tree trunk casting paralysis from the rib cage down. Just like, I cast bonk. Death is just a construct of the Jedi. Yeah, I see.
Obviously.
Until Rise... What are you talking about, this Rise of Skywalker? There was only 6 movies. We don't talk about that. Hey, Ravenlark, what do you think of furries and lolicons? Black Templars Exterminatus. I think it's weird, but I don't care what they do. As long as they stay away from me.
As long as they leave me alone, I will leave them alone.
I don't think lolicons are a little suspect.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit suspect.
Hey, Raven, have you seen the professor's reactions to Avada Kedavra? Hey, I'm not going to get up from my chair and do anything to discipline you, but don't do that again. It's like the wizard equivalent of like using poison gas. Like, hey, stop that.
Hey, you cut that out.
You're gonna have to stop me. Imagine Shigoki putting a unicorn hair into his Ganabo. I can see it. Oh gosh, shamans would be hunting unicorns.
Wow, they would, actually.
Obito is my favorite type of villain, broken hero archetype. Knock it off.
Obito's weak. Obito's weak.
Perk upgrade.
Yeah, I'm upgrading it so that I can get some more perks.
Good may Disney Star Wars be forever forgotten. Avada Kedavra, the Disney Star Wars trilogy. Me and the boys off to commit war crimes. I mean, that's pretty much how me and Sebastian rolled.
Yep, pretty much.
Thoughts on veiling women?
Veiling women?
I like making women wear like burqas and stuff.
Oh. I mean... Nah, I let a woman wear what she wants to wear.
As, you know, within reason.
Yeah, I mean, like, if a woman wants to veil her face, go for it. I think it's a waste, but... Hey, if that's what you want to do.
Yep. Disney and its consequences have been a disaster for the human race. They should never have closed their animation studios. Yep.
Yeah.
Their herpology professor is like, oh, I see you've been doing some extracurricular studies. Just please don't hurt my trees. Don't worry, I won't.
I won't hurt your trees. I can guarantee that.
I put Sebastian in a nice, safe, padded room. Yeah, we let him go. Are you guys gentlemen? Yes, we are southern fried gentlemen.
I am a refined gentleman.
Yes. Sunburn is a real... Yep, yeah, sunburn can do that to you.
Sunburn can do that.
A veiled face, I gotta say, kind of turn off. Mysterious seductress, sign me up. Okay. Depends on how you rock.
Honestly, of all the helms that she has, my two favorites are this one and the default this one. Those are my two
I like the
favorites.
winged one.
The winged one? Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, he's good.
I also like this one kind of. It's kind of sweet. It looks like a Warmonger helmet.
I think it is a Warmonger helmet they put
Kind
on.
of looks like, yeah, it kind of looks like it, doesn't it?
Hannah says, but are you elegant, gentlemen?
Are we elegant? Now, and then of course there's also
Eleganto.
very eleganto. Hey Raven and Lark, what is worse, the new hero shows or remake? I didn't get to read the rest.
The new hero shows or remake of animated Disney movies or the new Star Wars movies?
I don't know what you mean by hero shows.
I think like the Marvel shows.
Oh, they're all bad.
I'm going to say the Star Wars movies are worse because they destroyed a legacy that was years in the making. Disney practically throw themselves into Azkaban for the things they've been doing to other franchises. Yep.
Yeah, they ought to.
Afira is kind of best girl. I'm surprised Vlad the Impaler would say that.
Afira best pony.
Oh no! Don't you bring that back.
Don't start that again. Well, anyway, I saw a question fly by on the screen. What's the next legend gonna be about? It's gonna be about this girl right here.
Hey guys, I know you're fifth years. Let's play with the plants that can rupture your eardrums and the ones that'll bite off fingers. To be fair, in the actual books, they were playing with mandrakes in second year.
Yep.
Yep. Honestly, though, as a real teacher, looking at the things Hogwarts gets away with, I'm just going, oh, good lord. Yeah, because it just like the whole Hogwarts should be condemned. I'm sorry, but like that is not a safe place for children.
Agreed. Anyway, are there any other major questions, or can we go ahead and start wrapping up?
I think that's it.
All right. Well, I want to thank all of you guys for showing up tonight, and I want to apologize again for yesterday. Don't know what was wrong yesterday. Don't know what went wrong all of that time, but we're glad to be back in working form today. I hope this made up for what happened. Actually, we had some really good matches tonight, all around Dominion and Breach, so very enjoyable. For those wondering if I'll do something Wo-Long related yet, not yet. Need some time to play it first and get somewhat better at it. Also, tomorrow, 10:30 a.m., 10:30 a.m., the next execution video drops. It's going to be Hitakiri. Think y'all are really going to like her. Worked very hard on it. And let's see, what else? That's about it. Well, Lark, anything else?
Are you going to do a Hogwarts Legacy review?
Yes, I will do a video reviewing Hogwarts Legacy once I finish playing the game.
Alright. Raven, I've been watching your videos for a long time, since 2019, and I love the statue video you made a few days ago. And I got a question. Do you think the statue is a teaser for the next season?
I think it is, but I do not think that it has anything to do with angels. Here's what I said what I did because I wanted to teach something new. I wanted to share some information about archangels and Christian lore and prove that For Honor could still go down a path where they have knights have Christian lore. But do I honestly think that they're going to actually have the balls to go there? No.
Yep. Raven and Lark got something to show off for y'all since you used Disney as a meme. Yeah, send it in Discord.
Send it in Discord. We'll take a look.
Alright.
Is that it?
I think that's it.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much. And as always, we will see you in our next video. Take care.
Have a good one, guys.